Hello everybody, Zach here. For this week's assignment, we're just supposed to talk about the skills that we focused on in Chapter 6 and talk about which ones that we are familiar with and that we might have used in a professional setting or in the practicum or anything like that. So, I got out of rehab in 2018. I've been clean for a little over 3 years now. I'm a recovering addict. And after I got done with rehab, I went and got a adult peer support certification. And so what I used that for was to do groups with recovering addicts, kind of like we just called it peer support groups, but it was kind of like AA meetings and NA meetings as well, where I would either chair a meeting or maybe I would give a lesson. But as a peer support specialist, I would also do like one-on-one kind of counseling with clients as well. And one skill that I'm pretty familiar with that I seem to use a lot was providing and maintaining focus. Of course, the Chapter 6 PowerPoint just says, functions of focusing skills, selecting topics for exploration, exploring topics in depth by blending open-ended, empathetic, and concrete responses, managing obstacles to focusing. That was probably the part in which I used the most because sometimes if I didn't choose a topic, they may pick a topic that's a little off topic for that particular peer support group, but probably the biggest obstacle was just focusing on the topic at hand. Many people would change the subject, not on purpose, but like it said in the PowerPoint, rambling from topic to topic. So providing and maintaining focus was a very useful skill for leading the group back to the path that we were kind of intended to go down. So I'm pretty familiar with using that skill as well as a couple of the other skills on here too. The one that I'm probably the least familiar with would be seeking concreteness. It just says it's useful to check out perspectives and clarify the meaning of vague or unfamiliar terms, explore the basis of conclusions drawn by clients, and etc. And I think the best way for me to practice that and to learn more is probably just by keeping that in mind when I have interactions in the future with other clients and maybe in different peer support groups or when I start my practicum. Just kind of keeping this skill in mind and studying it and learning exactly what it means and how to practice the skill in a real world scenario. So that's the one that was the least familiar to me. But because it's the least familiar to me, it's definitely the one that I feel like I should practice or that I should maybe just study a little bit more and try to use it in a real world scenario. So that's the most familiar and unfamiliar skills. I look forward to hearing from all of you guys. Thank you.